I have with me Cornel Ciocirlan, the CTO of ARRIS. Cornel, we're talking at the Gigabit Access event here in Belgium. In your opinion, what are some of the network drivers for operators looking to upgrade their network, and sort of why and how should they do it?
So operators have a couple of challenges, primarily driven by the growth in bandwidth usage. Consumers are using more and more devices, playing video, streaming video to more and more devices as well, and attaching more devices to their home networks, which drives up the number of devices connected and the bandwidth consumption. And also operators are launching business services. Some operators are quite successful at doing that, and that increases the load on their networks as well. And we also have especially cable operators who are used to delivering video over a QAM infrastructure are now migrating to IP video. And that migration of broadcast content from QAM broadcast to IP video, broadcast or multicast, is also a key driver for bandwidth growth, which is going to force them to upgrade their networks. Now, how do they do that? Fundamentally, there are a couple of building blocks. One building block is the deployment of CCAPs, converged cable access platforms for cable operators. And those CCAPs are allowing cable operators to deploy capacity day one and have a lot of latent capacity installed that they can activate later via a simple licensing mechanism. The second building block is the DOCSIS 3.1 evolution of the technology, which through a couple of changes is actually breaking the ceiling for cable operators and allows them to grow to 10 gigabit pipes. So one way of doing that is by improving the modulation orders that can be used on cable networks, and now we can use 4096 or even 16K QAM modulations with DOCSIS 3.1. And the second big change is the expansion of spectrum, especially on the upstream side, which allows operators to go to 2 gigabit upstream and up to 10 gigabit of downstream capacity. So really, the combination of these two technologies ushers in an era of 10 gigabit pipes, 10 gigabit broadband for cable operators.
When you were talking today, you made an announcement about DOCSIS 3.1. Just tell us what that was.
We made an announcement about one of our customers who has rolled out in the field remote PHY together with DOCSIS 3.1. We have a customer in Europe, Ftth in Denmark, who is the first worldwide deployment of a remote PHY solution that delivers broadcast video, delivers video on demand, and delivers data and voice services to the subscribers using a single infrastructure, which is our E6000 remote PHY core, as well as our NC2000 fiber node. So the combination of these two technologies is very, very powerful because it allows operators to migrate very easily to remote PHY technology, which brings a significant amount of benefits in improving efficiency and allowing operators to re-architect their network to reduce costs, consolidate their head-end infrastructure into bigger data centers, and improve the signal-to-noise ratio on the long links, the long fiber links, which allows them to deliver a better service.
Talking of fiber, how does DOCSIS 3.1 sort of compete with FTTH?
Well, so just purely from a bandwidth perspective, 2 gigabits up, 10 gigabits down, and that's available right now. And most operators, in order to get there, do not need a huge amount of investment. That's already a big positive and a big advantage for cable operators. Obviously, fiber to the home. With fiber, you have the option to go using NG-PON2 and multi-wavelength technologies. You can go up to 20, 40 gigabits per second. But cable also has technology options that allow it to migrate in that direction as well. So extended spectrum DOCSIS, for example, is one technology that we can use that allows us to break the 10 gigabit ceiling of DOCSIS 3.1 and go to 1.8 gigahertz or to maybe 2, 3, 4 gigahertz in spectrum usage, which would allow us to very effectively compete with fiber to the home. So I would say right now, from a cable operator perspective, if I were a cable operator, I would have no worries competing against fiber to the home because the the technology that we are delivering is able to help them deliver the bandwidth and be competitive in terms of bandwidth delivery today, and also the evolution towards the future will allow them to stay competitive over the next 10 to 20 years.
Okay, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you.